Big project that we have coming up, not a big project, a medium project we have coming up is Greta's room. Our oldest daughter, she's 9 years old. This is her bedroom, and we are going to wallpaper in here. Has this slant in the ceilings, and we've decided that we want to take the wallpaper up to here. So this, instead of being ceiling, which it is now, is going to be wall. You can see that it's kind of textured. You can't wallpaper over that. I mean, you can, but then your wallpaper just has like weird shadows and bumps on it and it doesn't look all that great. So we are going to skim this and get it nice and flat so that we can wallpaper directly onto it. And I'm going to show you how to do it. It's minimal tools. Scraper. I like using a really wide scraper because it makes it easier to get things smooth. The smaller it is, the more bumpy it's going to be. You know, this just gives you a very long and wide surface for smoothing out the texture. A tray like this, and then I've got a box of joint compound. Oh, I'll bring it up here to the camera. Box of joint compound and a smaller scraper that I will use to scoop it out and put it on there. First things first though, when you do this texture, if you run your hand along it, you can feel that there are just like some little sharp points every so often. If I were to just go and start skimming this, every time my knife hits one of those, it does, you know, one of these and then just creates a line across there because it bumps up my scraper. So I'm going to take my scraper that way along it, and that will take off all of those high edges or ridges or points and get the surface ready for me to put the joint compound on. Alright, that feels pretty good. First thing I'll say is you'll usually want to put down a drop cloth. We're replacing all this carpet, so I am not going to bother with that, but just want to fill up my tray here with some joint compound. Once you put the joint compound in, there's some bubbles in there. You know, it looks a little fluffy and that'll give you bubbles across here. So you kind of want to work some of those out. Kind of push on them a little bit and then it smooths out just a little bit more. We are going to start in the back corner here and just put our knife right back in the corner and spread out. See, as I put the excess here, it's already starting to work those bubbles out, and so that just happens as you put it on. So we'll go through, do it all, get it as smooth as we can, let it dry, then we'll do a light sanding, and then just kind of spot fill to get it nice and smooth. Where this is, we're just smoothing it out so that we can put wallpaper up. It doesn't need to be like as perfect, like a completely smooth surface, but you do want to get pretty close. So you lay it on pretty thick first. You can see here it's pretty thick and covering. And then as you come back over and scrape, you get off more of that. And then your surface is just even. You can see the texture of the roof of the ceiling, but you can also see that the areas where it dips in are filled in with the joint compound. So this is going on pretty good. I may only need one coat, honestly, since I'm just trying to smooth it out. And so I'll double check tomorrow, but that's what it's looking like right now. And it's not taking as much of my mud as I was thinking as well. I'm still on my first pan, so so far so good. Okay, this side's done. I can run my hand along it and see that it is pretty smooth with the occasional, you know, just like little bump, but nothing sharp or sticking out that will be detectable through wallpaper. So this will be great after a good sanding tomorrow. Not even an aggressive sanding, just lightly to take off any ridges that may exist. So I'm going to do this on the other side, and then we'll let it dry overnight. We got the wall portions done, and they really are quite smooth. So I'm not going to worry about a second coat, but you can see some of these lines here. But I just want to take a medium grit sandpaper. Ooh, that was a horrid noise. And just go over lightly, and that will really smooth it out. And that'll be perfect for our wallpaper. So that's really all there is to it. I mean, that was a very simple project. Just took me a couple hours of active time and then overnight of drying. Sanding, I'll finish this in, it'll really only take me about 15 minutes. After that, after I finish all of this, we will be ready for the next step, which is wallpaper. Jules picked out some really great wallpaper, and we are excited to get that up.